Hello there, and welcome to another Dark Souls 2 boss tutorial. Today's boss is the Duke's Dear Freja, also known as the oh my god, why did it have to be spiders boss? But of course you probably already knew that. You came to see how to kill it, and we're going to do just that. Now the first thing you're going to notice when you get into this room is all the little spiders that are trying to kill you. The first order of business is to kill them little spiders. They're not as intimidating as Freja herself, but they are important to get rid of nonetheless. They only have about 200 HP and you can kill them pretty quick, but the thing is you're going to need to get somewhere where you can actually fight them without having to worry about Freja. And it just so happens that Freja got herself a blind spot right next to her head. Plural. If you're standing in this spot, she can't actually hit you with any of her attacks. I mean, she's going to try, but she can't hit you. She gonna shoot acid, she gonna shoot webs, she gonna shoot lasers, she gonna bite, she gonna stomp her feet, and none of that's gonna hit you because you're in her blind spot, and this is exactly where you want to be. Otherwise, she gonna kill you. So stand in this here spot and carefully wait for the spiders to come up to you, and you can just take them out from there. Keep in mind that eventually these spiders will get respawned from Freja. When that happens, you just go ahead and do the same thing. Now, we could go over all her attacks in detail, but essentially all you need to know is that she's going to do some stuff and you just need to stand right here. Typically, I go over all the attacks, but in this case, it's not necessarily that important. Because as long as you're standing in her blind spot, she can't actually touch you. What you gotta do to kill her is just have patience, essentially. You sit here and she'll stomp her feet and spit acid, and when she's just sitting there idly, that's when you walk over and hit her in the face. It's really as simple as that. What you do need to be careful of, and the thing that's potentially going to get you killed, is trying to attack her while she's about to do a bite. Now you can see these little mandibles above her head. Normally they're up vertical like, and if they go horizontal and start to open up real wide, that's when you know she's going to do a bite. You absolutely do not want to be in front of her when she's doing this. You gotta pay attention to the mandibles, I think that's what they're called, because that's how you know what's going to happen. As long as you're careful and patient, you can essentially get through this whole fight without taking any damage. Might take you a little while, but better safe than dead, right? One thing of note that she does is she's gonna get all spring-like and jump herself up in the air. Apparently she's a jumping spider. You don't really gotta worry about that. She's just trying to get some space between you and her because she'd prefer you away from her. So she could shoot you with lasers, hit you with acid, slow you down with webs, and we don't want that. So maybe just be careful, hold your shield up, and then get right back into your blind spot. You really need to emphasize that do not leave this spot. It's a very good spot. You feel very safe in this spot. It's a good place to raise a family. After you kill the Duke's Dear Freja, she's going to reward you with 42,000 souls, as well as the soul of the Duke's Dear Freja. However, the fighting is not quite done yet. If you walk down the hallway that's in the room, you're going to find the sad, sorry husk of a man that used to be the Duke himself. He's gone fully hollow, seeing as he put his soul into his pet, and, well, that's a whole nother video entirely. But you kill him and he gives you some nice stuff, including a key and a ring and a fragrant branch of yore. However, before we can get to that second primal bonfire, we're going to have to fight the body of the decapitated Vanguard, the man who you might have met in the foggy forest that gave you that nice little kitty cat looking helmet. He's not too difficult and you should be able to dispatch him without too much trouble, but if you're really worried about it, maybe you want to spend your souls and come back down here just in case. After you dispatch him, you light your second primal bonfire and continue on with your adventure. I hope you enjoyed today's Dark Souls 2 boss tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to all the new subscribers. I've gotten well over 100 subscribers since I started this here series, and I appreciate all of you.